home, and I'm waiting because my brother's taking me to the store to some medicine. So, and he's doing a double shift, so he's gonna take me when he gets off of work. So I figure I'd do another stream over here, try my luck, see who wants the tarot card reading or who's out there. Sometimes this is a good time to hit, sometimes it's not. So we'll see. But otherwise, I'm still trying to get this done. I haven't heard from my sister, but I'm gonna finish this black thing anyways. I don't know what it'll be. If it not be a baby's blanket, or maybe it'll be a long scarf or something. I don't know. At this point, it could be anything. So it might even be another tablecloth. I don't know. But for some reason, I bought all this stuff, so I like to make use of everything I have. I really like that. I'm kind of silly like that. But earlier, I was blabbing about the ley lines. And I do think there's something to these ley lines. And I don't know how these black holes affect us. And I don't think we know enough about the black holes. But I'm thinking that they're, well, really none of us have the capability on this planet with anything about the black holes. I think if there's one black hole that's like a vacuum that's sucking out, there has to be another one that's sucking outward. And I'm wondering if that's why there's all these collisions in space. I could be wrong. I have been wrong about things in my life. I really have. So, and I'm thinking that this could be, but maybe I'm absolutely wrong. I mean, I don't know if I could be totally discredited, but I think there's reverse black holes out there. It's kind of would be hard to find them. And maybe they're just buried somewhere. Kind of like a fan that blows out at a high intensity. And then you have the other black holes would have the, I would call them the filtering systems where they're sucking in and then the other one is just pushing out. I could be wrong. I mean, like I said, I thought the black holes affected the volcanoes and I was on a stream and somebody told me, it was on Facebook, and that guy, and then someone did respond to me from the volcano society, all the volcanoists, and said that it was impossible and it wouldn't really affect the gravity, wouldn't affect that, and he went through the big question and I appreciated it because I'm not an expert this way. I do like to get new information all the time because I feel my life is worth more than who I'm married to and what I do. I feel it's my mission to try to do something that's going to make a difference instead of just self acknowledgement. I guess I made that conscious choice a while back in my life because I feel that I'm not special and I don't believe anybody's special. I always told my kids they weren't special because none of us really truly are. We do our own destinies and hopefully stay in a decent path and then we die. I mean, that's just the end. But getting everyone to stay on that decent path sometimes through your life It's rough. I've been watching these sad ass TV shows about the families that are torn apart and the kids that get caught up in a lot of stuff. And it's some of the saddest stuff I've ever seen. I mean, life doesn't have to be like this. It's just all the negative things around people because they create. There's so much chaos created. It is. It's like a chaos, a negative chaos trap everywhere. Certain parts of the world a little bit more, and others no, but it seems to be out there. And it's very, I don't know. I just know it's out there, and sometimes, oh, this turned out very nice. I just feel that we could make things better for ourselves, but we really don't. And I've always told my kids at a very young age to respect everyone around me. I respect nature and it all because you don't know until because we don't know fully what everything represents in this earth. I mean, we really don't. We don't know if they're reincarnation or something. This could be true too. But I'm not taking any chances. I just respect all life. I guess you could just say that. I'm just going with I respect all life, and I do. I mean, some life questions me, like the BBs. I call them the bed bugs. I don't know what they serve on the planet. I really, really don't. I know everything's supposed to have a reason and a purpose, but I don't know what theirs is. To personally torture people, maybe. I don't know. But at the same time, I respect it. Because I feel that if we lose our respect and for ourselves in the world, we're never going to be able to really, truly work together. And you can have all the pretty places in the earth. You could have all these beautiful resorts and this and that, but if no one really truly gets along, those nice places become hell. And it's absolutely true. Because I grew up with a little money, and then at times, it was the last place I wanted to be. So sometimes it's not the place itself, it's the people around it. And sometimes the people that have the most money are the most vain, and sometimes the most they just a lot of times they can lose respect for things, and I think that's true. Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just over here chilling. Message restricted. See, I don't even know what that means. I mean, I know what the word restricted means, but I don't know what it means when it comes up in that screen. All the same. Maybe it's because you're saying angry things. There's some people that like to say angry things, and that's okay. I'm alright with whatever comes along in life. I'm just over here to talk with the community and knit my stuff. But what the hell? What was I talking about? Oh, humanity itself. I don't know. I feel that we should not lose respect. I feel when you look down on people of any kind of way, and you think you're literally better than everything else, I believe it puts a negative imprint. I mean, I could be wrong about this, but I would think if you literally think you're better than someone, you're always not going to be nice to that person. So, I feel that people that have lost their respect are kind of like that. Because there's not very respectful people out there anymore. And I feel the core of everything is respect. I mean, if you can't respect one another for their opinions and all that, we just there it's another tyrant in your life, really, if you think about it. And I live my life tyrant free. I just I do my own thing. I don't care about what everybody else's thing is, but they just I guess in life I'm still gonna do my own thing because I got about 50 some years on this earth, so I'm gonna enjoy my 50 some years the way I want to live them. And really, it should be everyone's attitude. Because to be on this earth is a lot. You got such pushy people. And they are pushy. They're awful and pushy. A lot of times, religious people, they can be very pushy. I'm talking about extreme religious people, like my grandmother religious. It's a lot. And I get it, but it's still a lot. Sometimes I feel that it's better to be less. I just feel it's better to be like, hey, I believe this. If you want to believe it, it's okay. If you don't, that's okay. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think there could be a lot of households with, with everybody being a different religion. I really do. I don't see why not. As long as they have religion, I mean, who cares? That's what I'm saying. God bless that. Alright, here we go. Yes, on my understand. I need to wrap this. Alright, I figured no one's listening because the whoever it was just got angry and left, so. And this happens. But anyways, I figure about try to record this. I'm gonna do to 5 o'clock because my brother will be done with his dinner lunch. And I'll see if there's anybody out there that wants a reading. And then if you need time of mine, when I'm coming out of here. Oh, okay, good to go. I gotta figure out which way I was going here. There it is. But now that I got that situated, I don't know. I feel that people were just a little less abrasive about you gotta believe in this religion or that religion, and you can't do this because someone's over there or someone claims that territory. It just sounds very childish to me, especially these damn things. They claim these territories that nobody owns. That's what I don't get. Because I was thinking about this the other day. Obviously, it takes a lot of money just to own a little tiny plaza. Can you imagine how much money it would take to own an entire neighborhood? Considering that the government owns that, then you have taxes, and you got this, and you got that. And you have all these silly people going around killing people saying this is my block. It's not your block if the police are coming if you do something wrong and you're not the boss. It's not your block if you can be arrested on that piece of land. And then they all get together and they decided it's a good idea to go shoot and beat up people to get even more attention. And then, of course, the authorities that own the land are going to retaliate. They're going to try to put you in jail. But I guess the old saying is the people that are kind of trying to clean up their little plot of land, do they really care about you? No. While they're trying to clean it up, I mean, I'm sure there's good owners of these lands that try to hope people survive. But the fact is, their people are living there. And they already know the end result. They know how much money they're getting from that territory with the businesses and the taxes and yada yada yada. They absolutely know about this. And and that's what they do. They do all this entrapment and everybody thinks they own these pieces of land. And the thing is, if you really think about it in a basic perspective, it's silly. And I think people would think it's silly if they thought about it real basic. And then they brainwash each other for a piece of land that no one's really ever going to own. I mean, I think that, I don't know, and it would be like a whole piece of land, I guess, on the state would go on a federal level. If you could, I mean, I guess somebody on a federal level somewhere owns pieces of land, but it would be the upper government. So unless you're upper government, it's really not your land or piece of land, and then you're fighting against your own self. That's what I don't get about gangs. I mean, I didn't grow up around them, but just observing things and seeing things on the news and knowing a little bit about money and money issues and stuff, because my parents would always try to play the stock market and so that. It seems like a silly thing that people do that really kind of get them nowhere. Because I guess they fight them at the wrong perspective. That's what I was told. When you live in one of these territories, you gotta fight them with intelligence and ingenuity. Like, for instance, they want you to try these new shoes, you know. So they open up a factory, start the whatever, and they try to do that. If everybody didn't buy those shoes and worried about them and their families, and they weren't worried about who did what the other day and worried about their own selves, you wouldn't waste all those money on your shoes, and your family would be fed. I mean, that's the bottom line. People care too much about what people think, what people feel you should look like. I mean, you should have personal choices, and we all do. My personal choice is to knit and be live streaming. And I could be upset, because there's some people in my life, just like everybody else has drama, I have it too. I have certain drama people, in my life, but am I letting them bother me? No. Sometimes you just come to the point where you just don't care to be feeling depressed. You're not mad, but you're over it. And it happens, and I'm so glad it happened finally for me. It wasn't relationship wise, it was my youngest kid. Me and his girlfriend didn't get along. And long story short, it ended badly. And he now realizes that he was wrong, but he has not come back yet. But do I let it bother me? No. Because this is what the world does to you. The world does all this insane stuff to one person, well, just to all of us randomly. But I decide to sit and live stream while I'm waiting for whatever end result this path comes. Because what do you have if you don't try to do something every day? You got wasted time. They've made many songs about wasted time. Wasting your time, I think, is one things that we all do, and I do myself. So that's why I started live streaming to see where I was going because I figured no one's getting any younger. You can't, and sometimes it's all timing, and that's why they said don't use your time wisely or it's wasted time. So I'm trying, but I feel that if you don't try to make use of your time one way or another, I feel it's bad because it's one less goal you have that you didn't get to. And all these little tiny goals, personal or not personal, I feel they're important. Like if you had a goal like every Saturday you wanted to go to the ice cream shop, it's still a goal. And you should try to honor that goal, dude, because one day when times have changed and that ice cream store is gone, you're gonna regret that goal not being met. And this is true. My mom used to always take me out to ice cream every week when we drive out, and no matter how little the money or how much the money, we always got ice cream. And she's the one that told me the little times in your life count the most. And you still count it as a goal for the day. You absolutely do. You went and got that ice cream. You fulfilled the goal that you usually do every day. And in the end, now that she's dead, which she's pretty much my spirit guide, which kind of worked out because it was kind of her idea to start the tarot card reading. A lot of times she's in my head. A lot of times she visits me. So because of my gift, I get to see her, but in a different way. And generally, she's very intuitive. Even in death, my mom's very intuitive. But some people I don't trust as much as others. And who doesn't trust their mom? So, I mean, it's better than nothing. And it's not like the creepy movie where she follows me around all day. That doesn't happen. It's just certain times of the day I see her, certain times of the day I don't see her, just like any other dead person. It's really how that rolls. It's just I see my mom continuously because I believe she's gonna pass when I pass. I think it's one of those things. sometimes entities are like that, especially if, let's say, a husband is alive, the wife passes. Sometimes couples that die close together because they one soul won't pass without the other, and it's willful. It really is. It's all the way willful, and the universe is nice in that way. And the universe sometimes, if someone's so connected on that level, would be mother daughter, mother son, or it could be husband and wife. It could be the reverse too. It really can. Sometimes that happens. But my mom and dad, they kind of had a rocky relationship at times. They loved each other, but I guess in the end they argued more than anything else. So I think what's keeping her here is me. So, and that's okay because I feel comforted seeing her because she's my mom. Who wouldn't be comforted by seeing their mom? I mean, it's horrible that she's dead, yes, but at least I do get to see her. Some people don't even get that. Generally, when you're dead, and that's it. But it's different when you. It's like having this conversation in your head. You feel like you're talking to yourself. That's what it feels like when you're talking to dead people. That's why sometimes I sometimes honestly that's why I talk out loud on occasion. But I've made myself realize that I can't do that. So, and I try to block it when I'm working and stuff and things like that. I try. And I mean, at first it was hard, but then I learned how to do it pretty efficiently after that. You know, or just be able to. It sharpens as you get older. It's easier. When you're younger, sometimes you get confused and scared. Because it can be scary. That it can. But these turn out really nice. These robes are really. I think it's better than my red one that I just did. I'm trying to keep these like real tight where I'm not throwing some overboard and everything else. I might actually try to do a nice project with this one. But it's very relaxing knitting. Oh my god, it was I guess everyone has their thing, but I'm gonna probably get off here because I'm assuming this is probably not one of the best times with people with dinner and getting their kids off the bus and stuff. So my brothers probably should be here like in a half hour. So I'm gonna try again with the Terra hour when my brother gets off work and see what readings I can get in there because I kind of wanted to do a reading or two today before I close up shop. I did get one subscriber though. I was I actually got that subscriber before and went no, that was on my live stream. My last live stream that I did outside. I got one subscriber, so I'm trying to get I'm trying to get like a tarot reading or a conversation with someone every day. So these are goals of mine, so I'm trying to jump on at different times when I can. So I gotta make sure there's nothing on, there's no TV, there's no music, and I don't have anything going. there's a lot of different kinds of rules around here. I'm trying to appear by all of them. So I'll probably come on later. I'm gonna take me a break and see how much later my brother's gonna be. And I don't know, I'm just gonna eat and stuff. And if I have enough time, I'll jump back on. But I'm gonna jump on random times of the day to see, what's, because I can't. Sometimes if I just, I don't know, some of you got when I do my little breaks, I'm gonna just see like when it's more. It would be like if I went on in another hour, if it would hit a different group of people. So thank you for listening, and I'll still be working on my little blanket, and I'll be back. I can't say exactly what time, but I'll be back. And you have a good day.